Hi, today I wanted to do a video about the Pretties for Your Face Megachromes. This is a newish formula for them, not super new but also not very old. It's definitely their newer formula, and it has a really big difference in price point. Their shadows usually are $5 and you can get them on sale for like $2.50. Then they have some, I forgot what they're called, but they're like multi-chromes, which are usually $10, but then you can get them on sale for $5. These ones, the Megachromes, they are $18, and if there's a sale you can get them for 14 something, which I would definitely recommend that you wait for a sale if you decide to buy any of these, or if you're eyeing any of the other ones, because I mean I don't recommend paying $18 for any eyeshadow. So yeah, I think this is the cheapest that they can get, is $14. I have 7 of them here and I would be doing some comparisons. There is more than 7, but these are just the ones that I have. And I also want to say that I am affiliated with Pretties for Your Face, and I was able to get a lot of these shadows thanks to you guys who use my code. So I just want to get the disclaimer out of the way. I think I paid for 3 of these, and the other ones I was able to get with store credit that I earn from whenever someone uses my code. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, the first one we have here is called Glass Slipper, and this one is newer to me, but I already have opinions about it. This is like a drier formula. It's like quite hard pressed, but you can easily pick it up. I think this is a formula a lot of people are gonna enjoy, because I know a lot of people like a drier, smoother formula, and this is kind of how these are. I don't think any of these are flaky, but I will let you know in case I forgot. Okay. So this is Glass Slipper. I'm swatching this opposite from my usual setup, so I'm sorry if this looks weird. I'm feeling weird now doing this the opposite way. This one is super sparkly. It has these like red orange sparkles on a I think there is no base. I think the base is completely transparent, but it has like green, orange, red sparkles. It's just really pretty. Second shade is Storybook, and this shade for me is kind of the same thing as Glass Slippers, but with a deeper base. I don't know, if you have these shades and you see a difference, let me know, but to me they are exactly the same, but Storybook has that grungier base. But in terms of the sparkle, I kind of see the exact same sparkles. For me, if you have Glass Slipper, you can just add like a light gray base and you're gonna get something similar. Then we have Mythical, which is like this very light purple shade. All of these feel very similar. They have like a drier, smoother texture. Mythical is really pretty. It's like a purple and it shifts, like it's a purple with silver sparkles and it shifts green. I'm trying to figure out, this one is less sparkly and more shiny than the others, I think. I'm trying to see if I can see any other colors on my finger, but I don't think I can. It is very, very unique. I don't have anything like this in my collection. This one here is called Glacier or Glacier. How do you say that? I have no idea. I'm gonna put the name on the screen. And it's like a blue base with purple sparkles. It's a very interesting color. I thought I had a dupe for it. I don't. I have like similar shades, but not 100% the same. And I think this was the first Megachrome that they released. I think you can really see the blue base here, but then it shifts like this, like pinky red sparkles shift like green, gold. Yeah, I think green and gold is like the most visible shift. I think you can kind of see the green here, but I will give you a close-up. Then we have Water Nymph, and what you're seeing is different from what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this, I think you can see, it's this like fiery orange red. It's like in between orange and red shine, really interesting shade. Again, I don't have 100% dupes for this. I have similar, this one feels even drier than the others. I have a few similar shades, but again, nothing that is quite like it. And it has this like sky blue base with these fiery orangey sparkles that shift gold green. Yeah, I think gold and green is what I see the most. It's a super pretty shade. I avoided it for a while because I thought I was gonna have a dupe for it, but I'm glad that I picked it up. This one is Powerhouse, and I think this is like the most boring of them all. It's a pink, like a hot pink, that goes to, I think you can see, that goes to gold. It's fine. I mean, it's not really my kind of color. And this one feels a teeny tiny bit creamier than the others, but still quite like smooth and dry. This one doesn't have, I feel like, the dimension that the other shades have. It's really just a hot pink that goes to green or gold. I don't know. I think it's a green gold. Again, I'll give you close-up swatches of these. But I think you can see it's just not as dimensional as the others. The last one is probably my favorite, and it has a different vibe than the others. This one is called Entrancing, and this one is super neutral. Definitely a spicy neutral, you know, if you like those kinds of shades, because it's, I don't even know what colors this is. It's like a taupey purple base with green sparkles, or like a sheen. Oh, I did that way too close. Wow. Oh wow, this is the this is an awful swatch. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up. But yeah, it shifts to blue, but I don't see much of the shift. Like, this is a great one and done shade on my eyes. But yeah, I don't see much of the blue shift. When I put my finger against the light, I can see the blue. But in real life, this is kind of what I get. This like taupey brown with a little bit of purple in the base, and it has this like green gold sheen. It's really pretty, really pretty. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up, and I'm gonna clean up the swatch and do a better swatch. For Glass Slipper, Storybook, and Mythical, I really didn't have anything to compare these two. They're very different from everything I have. Now for everything else, I have some comparisons. So the first group, again, none of these are exactly the same. We have Pretties for Your Face Glacier, Terra Moon's Zenith, and Maun Professional Go Setter. All the Maun Professional shades on this video were sent NPR, and I think that's it. Everything else I bought with my own money. So let's do these. My arm is a little bit stained, but let's see. So this is Glacier. Am I pronouncing that right? I have no idea how to pronounce that. I think Zenith is closer. But Zenith is more shifty. Oh yeah, it's a different color too. I think you can see, right? It's really not the same. Zenith has a much darker base, and it's, I guess, like much more gray. I don't know what color that is. I think the base pulls more green than the Glacier shade. That one is like a blue, but it's like a lighter blue. This is like a deep green shade. I think the sparkles on top are somewhat similar, but they're just different. They have a completely different effect. And the last one that I wanted to compare is Go Setter from Maun Professional. Yeah, it's also totally different. It has like a really bright green shift, and the tone of the purple is also different. I think you can see. Now we'll do the hot pinks. So Powerhouse. So we have Powerhouse from Pretties for Your Face, Crimson Eclipse from Terra, but this one just looks so much more red. This camera, there's no way for me to get it to focus. It always wants to focus on my hand. Okay. We have Maun Professional, Femme Fatale, and Looxi Jingle Juice. So Looxi is like $3. Everything else is in a similar higher price point. So let's do Powerhouse. I already know that like the tones of these are all different. So none of these are 100% dupes. Then I think I'm gonna do Looxi Jingle Juice. Looxi's formula is just a lot creamier and like silicone-y. I think this is the closest that I have, and it does go to a pink. And I mean, it is just much cheaper. So this for me is like the closest thing I have to this one. I will swatch the other two, but I can already tell you that they're different. Crimson Eclipse. It's just more red. And it's also, I think, shiftier. I think like the shift to gold is faster than from the other. Like both of these have a shift to gold, but I think it's more visible on Crimson Eclipse. And then the last one is Femme Fatale. Femme Fatale is just another level of sparkle. It has like a almost purpley base. This is a terrible swatch because I'm using my pinky, but I think you can get the idea that it's just different. Okay, now I'm gonna do these guys here. I think Pretties for Your Face Water Nymph is gonna be closer to Clionadh Hilt and Terra Stellar Apotheosis, and I have to say shout out to Seeking Shifts, aka Riley, who recently did a Clionadh comparison video, and she compared Hilt to Stellar Apotheosis, which they're like the same color but different finishes. Like Hilt is very smooth, while Stellar Apotheosis is much sparklier. And I don't know, that clicked in my brain because I love Hilt, but I couldn't figure out like why do I love it so much, because it looks pretty boring on the pan, but it's an amazing shade from Clionadh. But anyway, I think it's gonna be in this family here, but I'm also including Clionadh Mural and Maun Professional Ocean Phoenix, because I feel like they have the same fiery shine. Okay, so first we have Water Nymph. This is such an interesting shade because I feel like on my skin tone, the base of it turns green. When I use Hilt, it looks green on my eyelids, and I think it has something to do with my skin tone. I don't know what it means, but I'm sure it means something. I just don't know what it is because I'm not that good with color and undertone theory. Okay, I'm just trying to be centered here. Okay, so this is Water Nymph. Right, it looks like a teal on my skin tone, even though it is clearly a blue on the pan. So that's why I pulled out Mural. Okay, so here we have Water Nymph. So on my finger, Hilt already looks different. It doesn't have that fiery sparkle. But let's see. Yeah, Hilt is just a like tamer version of it. Hilt looks a little more blue on my arm compared. Yeah, I can see on my finger that they both have like an orange, but Water Nymph is just much more fiery. Again, I'll give you a close-up look at these. And again, Hilt has that super smooth formula. Then we have Stellar Apotheosis. Maybe if I layer Stellar Apotheosis on top of Hilt. No, but even the the shift, I think, is different. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. But to me, these are all different. Yeah, I think Stellar Apotheosis is the closest, but it's just so much more orange. I think you can see on my finger, right? Water Nymph is much more orange compared to Stellar Apotheosis, which looks more pink and gold. It looks less fiery, less warm. I think on my finger you can really see how this one looks more pink and this one looks more orange, more red. And then I'm gonna do Mural. Okay, then this is Mural. Yeah, I feel like the shine of it is much more similar to Mural than the other ones, even though the base color is more similar to the other ones, because Mural has this fiery orange that I think matches. Like from where I'm looking at, the shine on these, like the color of it matches. This one's a little more orange, this one's a little more gold, but I think it's closer than these two here that don't have the fieriness. And the last one is Ocean Phoenix by Maun Professional. Yeah, this one does not have the same fieriness. I think Mural and Water Nymph are the most fiery of them all, followed by Ocean Phoenix, Stellar Apotheosis, and then Hilt. Hilt is just very subdued. Okay, now last but not least, we have, oh my god, I almost fell off my chair. Pretties for Your Face Entrancing, Clionadh Opulent, Clionadh Iron Gate, Terra Moon's Shattered Stars, and Terra Moon's Veil Nebula. I'm hoping that these will be somewhat similar, but I think that this one might be quite unique, but let's see. If I can move these out of the way. It's just very weird for me to be filming the opposite way that I usually do, but it's just that I'm filming in another room and this is kind of like how I can sit here. I usually film in my living room, but I have some guests and I just don't want to do it out there. So this is what we got. Okay, this is Pretties for Your Face Entrancing. I think this is gonna be a situation where, like, if you like this, you will like that, but they are also gonna give you like a similar vibe. This is Clionadh Opulent, which doesn't have the green, this green. I think that on the camera it's looking more gold, but to me it's green, the shine. Yeah, Opulent is lighter, is less grungy, it's more mauve, and of course also more sparkly. I think you can clearly see, right? Then we have Iron Gate, which I think is going to be the closest that I have. Oh yeah, very similar. On my finger, I'm trying to see, I think you can see, it's very similar. This one is a little more cool toned, I think, but very similar. Yeah, so this is Clionadh Iron Gate. Yeah, I think this is going to be the closest. When I give you a close-up look, I might remove Opulent and just go straight into Iron Gate, because this is, I think this is it. I do have to say, and I think you can see, Iron Gate here looks much more like gold, right, straight on. It does have a green shift, which is what I can see from where I'm sitting. And I think you can see that the base, the dark base, is much more visible and entrancing than it is with Iron Gate. And I guess this is why I didn't realize that they were dupes, because when I use entrancing as a one and done shade, I feel it looks very beautiful and dimensional, while when I use Iron Gate, I have a hard time seeing this like darker base on my eyes. It mostly just looks like gold and green. I don't get that deep base on my eyes, and I think it's beautiful, the base. So it kind of like bummed me out that that it didn't look like this on my eyes, while this one does give me the dark base. So I think that between the two, I do prefer Entrancing, but Iron Gate is definitely shinier and more high impact than Entrancing. Okay, and to finish it, we're gonna go with Shattered Stars, which I know is gonna be lighter. Maybe it's just gonna be like a lighter version. Yeah, I think it's lighter, and it pulls on an angle, like from where I am sitting. The shift is more blue, while in Entrancing it's more green. And then the last one is Veil Nebula. Yeah, it's pulling a lot more purple to me. It's so interesting to see how it looks different from where I'm sitting. Yeah, it's a lot more purple. Yeah, I think you can see it also looks a lot warmer than Entrancing. Entrancing really is really neutral. I would say Iron Gate definitely the closest one in this group. This is it. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know down below if you're picking any of these up, if you have any of these Megachromes, or if you have another one that I don't have and you think that I would enjoy it, because they have quite a few of them and I just never know which ones I should pick up. So just let me know if you have any recommendations, and I will see you on my next one. Bye bye.